Welcome to day 22 of our play along videos for the January Challenge 2018. And today we're going to play along at a few different speeds to this opening line for our funky blues. So we'll crack on with that, and then afterwards I will give you some more support on how to play that. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, just try it a little bit slower for you now. If that felt too fast, you can maybe have a go at this one. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, and I'll just do it one bit slower again as well, just in case that still feels too fast. I don't know if you notice, I'm also doing a slight damp with my fourth finger. When I move from having done the F, as I get onto the G, I'm letting my finger touch that F before moving on to the G there. So you could try that just to keep it clean. So it's a bit slower again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 3 and 4. Well done, brilliant. Okay, so stick around now if you'd like a bit more support, and I'm actually going to start by teaching a simplified version of this for anyone that in particular has come from watching the other video where I promised that I would do that on this video. And I'm going to start with that, and then I'll go on to teaching it exactly as written, but in a nice steady pace for anyone that would like to do that too. But first of all, a simplified version of this to still have a similar feel to it and avoid all these jumps. So what you could do is, in that first instance, you could place C, G, C as one of those. So you place finger 4, finger 2 and finger 1 ready. So we've already eliminated the jump. And you play the same rhythm, so you go 1, 2 and 3, 4. Should we try that together? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, so you're still creating the same feel. We haven't got the nice clashy chord up there, but it gives you the rhythm. It makes it work, okay? Then for the second bar, rather than doing the and all those leaps, if you want to simplify it down, at its most simple state, you could place an octave F and just play crotchets and move it to an octave G, which is one higher, and play crotchets there. So you could just go F, F, G, G, like that. Okay, and that might allow you to play this piece at still a decent speed and actually feel like it's moving without getting lost in, oh, my left hand just can't keep up with these jumps. So if I put that all together and you can join in, first bit is C, G, C, and then we move to an octave F and octave G. And you may have seen my hand there walking it through. So as I finish with that F down there, I kind of damp it and move on to the G and play the G down there. And I actually replaced the G as well, just for clean damping, because I could. So if I play that through from the beginning of that as a simplified version, I'll do all 4 bars, because the third and fourth bar are a repeat of the first 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... One more time. that is a way of simplifying it down. If you wanted to make your second and fourth bar a little bit more rhythmically interesting, a bit closer to what's written, you could just do, at the simplest form still, you could keep with the octave F, but do it on the swung quavers. So you could go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you just wouldn't play anything on beat 2 and 4. It'd be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And I'm not as keen on that personally, because I think it's useful having something on those second and fourth beats in that bar. It's what helps that bar stand out slightly differently from the first bar. But it's another option that you could do. And taking it another step, you could go F, so that you do have something on those beats, but it's not taking any big moves. You could go F, 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 4, 1, 4, 4, 1, 4. But in a way, we're almost getting as complex as what's written. And in which case, let's play what's written. So just to throw those ideas out there for you. So thanks for sticking around for that. If you watched the other video and you're now happy, that's great. Otherwise, if you'd like to, I'm going to now go over at a steadier pace what's physically written on the page for you to try and learn with your left hand. And it's good to give this a good go, even if you ultimately decide to do the simplified version. It's good to have actually tried it, because one day this may be what you choose to play. So what's written is we've got a C in the bass, an octave below middle C, and I'm playing that with finger 4, and I'm not placing any of my other fingers, but it's hovering nearby. So I'm playing my C, then I'm leaping up and I'm placing my fourth finger on the G, just a few strings below middle C, and then 3, 2, 1 in a row on C, D and E, middle C, D and E. And I play 4 and then these all together, 3, 2 and 1, and I bend fingers and thumb nicely over. So if I put that into some sort of time structure, we play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so that cluster of 3 notes there is on the and you might be noticing how the way I'm speaking the counting, 1 and 2 and 3, I'm doing what we call a swung rhythm or a swing rhythm. I have swung it is a swing rhythm. So a swing rhythm is where, although written down it looks like crotchets and straight quavers, wherever you see quavers you actually turn it into this swing feel where it's da da dum, da 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 dum. And a lovely explanation I heard for this recently is, instead of walking, which would be your quavers, your left, right, the swing feel is more like the rhythm you produce when you skip. Da dum, dum, da da dum. It's the slightly longer first note and a shorter second one. So that's what we're doing there. If you want to be mathematical about it, it's like turning that beat into a triplet. So instead of dividing that crotchet beat, that single beat, into 2 equal halves, our normal quavers, we're dividing that single beat into 3. And that's why we have it, call it a triplet. So 3 beats fitting into, or 3 quavers fitting into what it normally would normally have been 2. And then the first quaver that you see written down takes up the space of 2 of those triplet quavers, and then is answered by the third triplet quaver. Da 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 da, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. Okay, so that's how it's going to fit together. Let's try it again then. So we've got the C in the bass with a 4. Then we're going to leap, we're going to place 4 on the G and do our cluster C, D, E. And if we do that in time, here's our count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and again and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and again and 1 and 2 and 3. Good. This is almost easier if we do it faster to actually feel the beat of it. So let me just demonstrate it for you, and I'll maybe go around it a few times and you can have a go at joining in, just so that you get the feel of the rhythm of it. So a little bit faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and one more time. That's it. Okay, so that will fit together really well. Our next bar, and although it looks like we've got 4 bars to learn today, we've only actually got 2, because those 2 are then repeated. So our second bar has got a low F, right down near the base of your harp. And again, I'm going to do that with a finger 4, without placing any others, but with it sort of being a reach, so that my hand is aware it's going to be heading back up this way. And I play that 4, and then I leap up the octave and put my 3 on the next black, which is the F below middle C. My 2 is going on the A, the middle of your 3 clear strings, and my thumb is all the way up here on the E, that's just one below the black, and I'm either side of middle C there. I play the 3, the F with my 3, and then these 2 come together as a little chord there. Okay, so 4, 3, jump, da, da, da. And that second half there is just the same pattern you've just done, being down here, leaping up, but moved up 1 string. So the first time it was F, F, and then A and E. Then I go up 1 to the G. So I'm heading back down to start my pattern 1 string higher. G, G, and then B and F this time. And it's a B natural. Okay, this is an accidental, a lever that isn't in the time signature, or in the key signature rather, that we set at the beginning of the piece in this case. And we'll set that B natural 1 below middle C and leave it that way for the whole piece. Okay, the rest of my levers I've got the rest of my levers, the B's are flat, apart from this one, and my E's are flat and my A's are flat. So I'm in a nice C minor feel is what we're doing with this. Okay, let's play that through and then we can finish for today. I'm going to do the 4 bars a couple of times through so that you can try joining in, and if you drop out, start again and join in again. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and again and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And again, you can always do the simpler version. Well done. Get the groove of that, really get that as comfortable as you possibly can, whether that's that full version with all those leaps, or whether you choose to do the simpler version, the C, G, C, and then the F octave, and then the G, and be comfortable with that. If you want to do that instead, that works fine, and so you can totally do that. And you wouldn't actually even need a B natural for that if you did that. But get comfortable with it, because that pattern is going to sit underneath a lot of what we do for this piece. So it's really good to have that comfortably in your fingers. It knows where it's going next, so that tomorrow we can now add a melody over the top while that hand keeps that one going. So work well on it. I'll see you tomorrow. Well done.